Hello, this is Michael on YouTube Guitar Tutorials on YouTube. This is the Unforgettable Fire Part 4. We're going to finally get started on the notes of the song. First, a couple comments on the delay settings and other effects. You'll notice this song is pretty straightforward for the harmonics. It's essentially an AC30 into one delay, and the tempo of this song as I recorded it with the backtrack is 139 beats per minute, and the delay is again a modulated delay, and I've got it set for a quarter note. You'll note when we play a couple clips here in the song, I think it's pretty clear that it is a quarter note. At the 139 BPM, that comes out to about 432 milliseconds. I've got the feedback set at about 30%, sounds like this. And the mix is at about 46%, so you could hear the delay pretty clearly in there. And it's a modulated delay. I think I've got the rate at about 4.67 Hertz. I've got the depth at about 33.5. Not too heavy, but nice modulated delay. And that should be about the basics. So most of the harmonics are done in this preset. What we'll do, I thought I would do something a little bit different here. I've edited in the actual clips to the 1987 video of the version of this song that I followed, that I used as the bass line for it's the live version of Unforgettable Fire. So what we'll do is we'll play short clips of each of the parts, and then I will take you through each of those notes. There's going to be a couple spots that's a little difficult to hear, and I might not get every note perfect, but I think you'll see that in general the tuning I'm using does work. I'm not saying it's what the Edge used, but there are other tunings that will work, so please don't, I'm not claiming that this is the only way to play the song, and I'm sure the Edge changed it up often anyway. As far as the tuning goes, I followed an article from Guitar Player back in, I forget, in the 80s, and it was stated that the tuning was the following. On the high E string, tune to F, that's an F. The B string tunes to an A. That F is turning the E up higher to an F. So E to F. Then the B string goes to an A. And the G string goes to D, so you tune it down to D. Same as the regular D string, which is the fourth string up here going up. You keep the fourth string the same to D. So you get two Ds. And then the fifth string I've got tuned to a G. And then the final string, the E string, goes to a D also. Three Ds in there. So you got F, A, D, D, G, D. So let's go forward, and I will first edit in a video of the very first harmonics of the song, and we'll go through part by part. Here's the first video. So when you hear that, I actually, when I played the song, I might have missed some notes here. I'm not sure if those bass notes that you hear are the guitar or Adam, but the first three higher notes are easy, and I'm going to provide a couple other suggestions on the might be 1 to 3 other notes. It's just a little hard for me to hear. So I'll basically go through what I think I hear. This is one of the areas where I might be wrong. In general, what Edge did there is he started on the 12th fret on the bottom string. Okay, let's zoom in here a little bit, see if the zoom works. Okay, so what you heard with the first three were on the 12th, the bottom string, the second string, and the third string. I'm going to call the bottom string the first string, the way I'm going to label it here. So you're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, it's a harmonic the whole way through. And then you probably heard some other bass notes there, and what I heard was this. Okay, and what was that again? What I played, I think, in the original, my original recording was this. So I played that E string at the top. But when I listened to the song more carefully, there's a couple other notes in there. And what I ultimately heard was the fifth, the sixth, these two notes. And then this string right up here going to the eighth, but holding down. Now that could be Adam playing the bass, but again, that's just what I hear. So that full first riff is the following. But I played it a little simpler, and I just did this in my full recording. And that works too. And you can do the following. You could play all, you could do something like this and play all 6 strings. So essentially that first part is the harmonics going from the high string to the low string in harmonics. One more time. So now let's go to the next part. I'm going to play the video again.
Welcome to the Unforgettable Fire.
Okay, so what did Edge do in this part? Now we're going to move up. We talked in the second and in the previous tutorials about the 12th, the 7th, and the 5th fret being where the harmonics come out. Well, here the Edge is going to go to the 7th fret. Okay, so I'll zoom just a little bit here for you. So that first part was this. And now he's going to do 2 harmonics on the 7th, doing the 1st and the 2nd string. Okay, so you get this. And he plays these at a little different tempo. The first 2 he hits very quickly. If you listen to that clip again, you can rewind obviously the video, you'll hear this. Okay, so he hits those very quickly, and then hits the open G, which was the G string, the D, the 3rd string. So he does this. Right? And then he's going to do the harmonics on the upper 3 strings, here, here, and here. Okay? So what you get is this. So what you get is this again. So the Edge has got this special tuning, and he's using the 12th and the 7th frets on most of the harmonics. So then, after he lets that last note ring out a little bit, he hits an open E. Okay, open E. So if we summarize the two, we get the following.